O Great Spirit, saints and sages of all times, of all places, O ye pathmakers of old, Namaste. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors of our bloodlines, of our adopted lines, of all of the lineages that have been of help to us, of our spiritual lines. Namaste. O ye beings of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether. Namaste. Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasaya Ji Namaha. Om Shri Yukteswar Ji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yogananda Ji Namaha. Om Shri Satguru Shali Ji Namaha. Om Shri Goswami Kriyananda Ji Namaha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, Namaste. Om Shri Ravi Namaha. Om Shri Chandra Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Mangala Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Buddhi Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Brihaspati Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Sukra Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Sani Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Rahu Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Ketu Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Uranus Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Neptune Jiva Namaha. Om Shri Pluto Jiva Namaha. Om Tat Sat Om. Om Saha Navavatu Saha Now Bunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadidam Astu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om. May our time together be blessed. May our communication be blessed. May we hear and see that which needs to be heard and said. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Welcome. Once upon a time, in the ever-present now, Lord Krishna was present. He was teaching his followers. And a very auspicious moment arose. Krishna called them all together from the orchard. And they came, and he said, at this moment, I would like to offer you conscious immortality. That's fine. Thank you. That's fine, their leader said. But the mangoes, we just picked the mangoes, Krishna. I've got mangoes in my apron, I've got mangoes in my pocket, I've got mangoes in my shirt, I've got these mangoes in my hand. It's all right. Let them go. Let them go. Oh, Krishna, Krishna, which is not how the way you speak to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, These mangoes, can't you smell them? They are so perfect. They're so perfect. Can't you see them? They are ready to eat. They are so ripe. It's going to make a wonderful mango lassi and a wonderful mango kulfi and wonderful eating them raw. Oh, with a little lime on top. It's going to be so good, Krishna. But it's immortality that I'm offering you. Conscious immortality. Can't you put the mangoes down? You can pick them up later. Can't you put them down? I'll tell you what. Let me go to the kitchen. I'll go to the house. I'll be back. Well, the moment passed. The disciple never came back. Krishna was sitting there with his gift of conscious immortality. And all of his disciples and all of his students were clutching the mangoes. He thought he'd try again. Called him to his feet. Still have the mangoes in the hands, and the aprons, and the pockets, and their hoods, everything that was filled with mangoes. He had his friend, his brother's friend, Hanumanji. But he didn't call him by Hanumanji. He said, you see those monkeys over there? Now, let me tell you a story. And he said to Hanumanji, please forgive me for this story. Once upon a time, there was a man who wanted to capture a monkey. And he drilled a hole, and inside the hole he put he had a big coconut, and he drilled a hole in the big coconut. Now that hole was just big enough to put a tiny piece of mango in it, and to allow the monkey to get his hand in. The coconut was on a string, tied very nicely to the string, so that the man could move the string over to the cage to capture the monkey. The monkey could smell, it's mango, it's mango, it's mango inside of a coconut. Oh, yum, 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 yum. He reaches down, puts his hand in, and he gets it inside the coconut, and he grabs the mango. Oh, it feels so good. It's so nice and juicy. He can feel the juice dripping down his hand. And he brings it back. He can't get his hand out the hole. Oh no, his hand won't come out the hole because it's got the mango in it. And the man pulls the thread, and the monkey follows the coconut. And the man pulls the thread, and the monkey follows the coconut, still holding on to the mango as tightly as he can, his mouth salivating, dreaming, just dreaming that he will have a taste of that mango. And Lord Krishna shows up and says, brother, I see that you're part of Hanumanji's family. You know there's some danger over there. If you get too far over there, you're going to be captured. Just let go of the mango. You'll be able to get your hand out, and you'll be free. Let go of the mango. Oh, I know you. You want that mango for yourself. And I'm not going to give it to you. Krishna says, oh, there must be something about these mangoes. They just can't give him up. They can't give him up. They can't give him up. And alas, the monkey clung to the mango. You know the story. The monkey clung to the mango. He couldn't get his hand out. And, that was the end of the story. That was the end of the story. He ended up captured in a cage. He lost his freedom to the mango. And all of Krishna's students and disciples, he said, do you understand now? Do you see now? And he looks down, and one of the disciples had taken a pocket knife out, peeled the mango, and was eating the mango as he was listening to the story. Very bad manners. Very bad manners. And Krishna says, maybe next lifetime. Maybe next lifetime. So, my beloved, what's your mango? What is your ego clinging to? What is it that you cling to? Because it is so desirable. It is so luscious. It is so good that you will not let it go. I'll tell you, I'll give you a secret. It's your preferences. It's your opinions. It's really your attachment to your preferences. There's nothing wrong with having a preference. It's just that being attached to that preference, that's not the wisest thing in the world. I happen to really like mangoes, but I don't want to give up conscious immortality for a mango. I don't want to be seized or captured for a mango. I will enjoy it. You too have preferences. And it's not just for mangoes. The thing that we have to watch out for the most is our preferences, our biases, our prejudices, those opinions that we cling to. Now, the goal of meditation is to let go. The goal of meditation is for you and I to find a steadiness in our everyday mind, which is just like Hanumanji, right? Hanumanji going here, going there, going everywhere. The mind, this way, this way, this way, this way. But look, what is Hanumanji doing? What's the posture? Posture is a posture of devotion. Devotion. He has a hammer. And swinging that hammer, the opinions go away. The hammer of the mind. Letting go of the opinions, letting go of the preferences, letting go of the biases. And attaining a point of a state of one-pointedness. This is what matters. This is what is important. This is what I should be focusing my life on. Not the allurement of the 10,000 things. Not the mangoes that we cling to. That we will give up the most sacred things in life in order to have those mangoes. And what do we give up? You give up the possibility of friendship. You give up the possibility of seeing life clearly. You give up the possibility of happiness. You give up the possibility of contentment by clinging to the mangoes. Now, somebody said to me the other day, and it was very powerful, and they said it with a lot of really hurt in their voice. They have a friend, and they were friends with that person for a long time. high school, then came back, separated, went and lived their lives, and then came back together and became very close again. But something happened. Something happened. Their opinions differed. All of a sudden, all of the everyday things that they could share, the everyday events of life, their kindness, their love for each other, their love for the beautiful things in life, their love for gardening, their love for art, their love for dancing, their love for the water, their love for their families. All of a sudden, there arose an event that showed that, this soul believed this, and this soul believed this. This soul was inclusive. This soul was inclusive. What's the difference? Well, this soul, inclusive, petite, inclusive, everybody's inclusive. Everybody is inclusive. The question is, who do you include and how much is included? Do you include just a little tiny bit and they all have to abide by your rules? Or do you include all, accepting them as they are? And it was great, great sadness. With great, great sadness that the woman said, well, she doesn't want anything to do with me anymore. I accept too many people. I accept too many things. Yes, it's true. You're right. You're spot on. But you must let go of the mango of the need for her acceptance and continue to accept her, to love her, and say at some time, we will come together again. Next life, the life after that. But I appreciate you and I love you. You must learn to make choices in your life. And the choices must be made based upon what is in the highest good for your spiritual evolution. The highest good for you to become one with life. Now that does not mean neglecting your obligations, neglecting your dharma. And I have several disciples who have young children, several disciples who have children in their 20s, and several disciples who have children in their 40s and 50s. And the young ones, the ones with children who are 5 and 6 and 7, well, that's one set of problems. The 3-year-olds are an entirely different set of problems. But you should talk to the 15-year-olds, the ones who have children who are 15. That's a different set of problems. And somehow, all of these pieces of karma that they have in their lives, every one of them, including the ones who have children in their 50s, they all can be an obstacle to one's spiritual unfolding. Or they can be the learning in those relationships, the learning to be ever more wise, to be ever kinder, to be ever gentler, to be more compassionate, to see the other's view can lead you. This can be the ground for your enlightenment. Learning to be quiet. Learning to try to hear what the 3-year-old is saying. Learning to try to hear what the 15-year-old is trying to express. No matter how irritating the personality is. I know that my personality has been irritating over the course of its life. I am 100%, 150% certain of it. Lots of times it even irritates me. But the key is to do everything you can when you see, I can see I just irritated that person. How do I soften it? What do I do? What do I say? What do I do? How do I come back? to soften, 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 soften the karma. For I must try again. We must try again. Now, steadiness of the mind, of the everyday mind, is important. Without developing of your skills to steady your everyday mind, your mind will be swept here and there and here and there and here and there. Oh, I think the wonderful saying is that the mind is like a caged monkey clinging to its mango inside of the coconut. Its hand inside the coconut in a cage clinging to the mango, wanting the mango and wanting to get out of the cage. Pretty crazy, pretty disoriented, very, very difficult. So what is to be done? Let go of the mango. Very simple, very, very simple practice. Make a vow to yourself. Once a day, I'm going to do what somebody else wants. I'm going to withhold my preference. I knew a fellow who did this all the time. He'd go out to eat with people as a matter of, he was a businessman, and he'd go out to eat with people all the time. And he would let everybody order, and then he'd always order what the last person ordered. Never looked at the menu. Go all the way around the table. Didn't matter if you were there by yourself with him, he'd order what you ordered. And he liked food, and he had preferences, but he used it as a spiritual discipline. I'll have what they're having. Thank you. I'll have what they're having. Thank you. The only time he didn't do that is when it came to his drink. He always wanted a Diet Coke. But everything else, he would have what they were having. Now, find a way to do that. Find something in your life, some person that you can say, all right, I'm going to do what they want at this time. I'm going to do what they want at this time. I'm going to do what they want at this time. Watch your mind. Watch what your mind does. Your mind will go, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to go off and do this and this and this. And you have to be able to say to the mind, okie dokie. Just now, just this once, you'll have whatever you want later on. Give it a rest. Now, you speaking to your mind is not me speaking to my mind. You don't have the same tone of voice, but that's the voice I use. My mind starts. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It looks like we had some sort of a computer glitch. Let go and learn to speak to your mind and say, it is all right to let go at this moment of my preference. The difficulty we have is when the steadiness of the mind is grasping. when the mind continues to grasp and to grasp and to grasp and to grasp. That's the problem. But it takes skill and it takes commitment to let go of that. And so I'd like to leave you through a small practice, if you will. I gave you one. Excuse me. I gave you one practice. Find a time and a way in which you are able to simply say, I'm putting my preferences aside for this moment, for this activity, and whatever the other wants is what will be. And do that with grace. Do it with ease. And if the mind begins to act up, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Now, the second practice, which is really quite simple, but very, very, very not so easy to master. And we're going to practice it this morning together. We're going to walk through it this morning together. This is a practice to build the skill of concentration. Now, the skill of concentration is very vital to develop as you're moving into meditation. The skill of concentration allows you to open that hand and let go of the mango. All right? Now, here's the practice, and then we're going to go through it. The practice is to count from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Nothing in your mind except that 1. So the key here, and we're going to do it multiple times to give you time to experience it, time to feel it, and we'll do it at different paces. You will find that as you do this practice, simply mentally counting, the faster you go, the easier it is. In the beginning, because you're trying to focus only on the number. But if I spread it out a little bit, in between the 1 and the 2, a thought will arise. So when that happens, you have to go back to the 1. Focus on the 1 and then to the 2. The key is to become one with the numbers, right? It will help to very rapidly develop the skill of concentration. And then you get a little bit further. We say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little harder. So let us begin. I'd ask you to close your eyes, and you're going to visualize the numbers here. And you're going to, again, focus on the number as we go through the different patternings. First, focusing, closing the eyes. Gently closing them, not tight. Feel your jaw going lax. Turn your head to the left and exhale twice. And bring the head back to the center and watch the breath. Now in your mind's eye, draw the letter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a moment to just be aware of what you experienced. Was there any chatter in the background of the mind? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that you've drawn the numbers, allow them to appear in your mind's eye as you hear the number, focusing only on that number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, reflect for a moment. Now see your mind as a blank slate. Allow the numbers to come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it may be easier to see the numbers as hash marks. So you would hold one hash mark, 2, 3, 4, and then a cross mark to make it 5. And let us try with that so you can see which is easier for your mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does your mind want to rush at any time? Be aware of what it's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that 5 in your mind's eye, just becoming one with the 5. Let there be no thought. And now let it dissolve away. A very simple practice that you can do. The best way to incorporate this practice into your life is to do it multiple times a day. You will find that different times of the day, you will be able to concentrate differently. Different times of the day, your mind will be easier, more acceptable to concentrate. Other times it will be chaotic. Watch the thoughts that flow in between. Watch if your mind wanders off to Spain while you're between numbers 1 and 2, or Antarctica or wherever. Watch what flows in between the thoughts. And then watch behind that. What is the feeling state that your mind is having when you're doing the practice? Does it want to, when you say 3, does it want to rush to 4? When you say 3, does it want to rush to 5? You have to watch. And in doing the practice, you will gain a greater capacity to concentrate. Now, it sounds like a simple, childish practice, but what is so vital about it is that it will give you, it will enhance, no matter how wonderful your concentration is, this will enhance your capacity to concentrate. When you have a greater capacity to concentrate, then when you go into your meditation, you let go of the effort of the concentration. And meditation is effortless concentration, effortless single pointedness, so that you are at one pointedness without the effort. Do you hear that? Without the effort. Because this practice takes effort. There are many, many, many other variations, many other practices that can be done to enhance concentration. But it is important in our lives. It's very important to know what we need to let go of. You know, life is really not about getting, it's about letting go. We get a lot of things in life. We have a lot of opinions, a lot of preferences, a lot of experiences. Learn to let go. And in letting go, forgive and ask that you be able to become part of the solution of life, that you can be of greater help. And really, truly, that greater help comes in the form of finding ways to be gentler, to be kinder, to be more compassionate. And it starts with others, but then you have to turn the mirror around and be kinder and gentler and more compassionate with yourself. Take any of those preferred phrases, that are self-critical. Neti, neti, neti. It's, oh, I'm a dodo head, or, oh, what a stupid thing to do. Neti, neti, neti. It is important at the end of every day to do tarka, to do reflection and say, well, what was I successful at today? Did I improve anything? Did I help anybody today? Where did I goof today? If you goofed, you goofed. Okay, that's fine. Pick it up. It's all right. It's not a problem if you goofed. Really. Pick it up again and again and again. That is not self-criticism. That is reflection, contemplation, saying, all right, boy, this sure has been a problem. It's not, is it getting any better? Is there a reason for it? What can I do differently? That is different than berating yourself. So stop that. If your mind has the habit of doing that, stop it. No. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. I slipped. I goofed on that. It's fine. I goofed. Not, and some name calling. Okay, enough said about that. Let us go into our meditation. But please remember now, you have the capacity to let go of the mango. You have the capacity to see that piece of mango that's in that coconut that's trapping you in the cage. And the capacity now to improve your ability to concentrate. So let us join in meditation now. Focus your attention at the sun center. And turn your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center, beginning to watch the breath. Use the sipping breath. Pull the energy from the limbs to the trunk. From the trunk to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Move that energy out in front of you as a golden ball of light. Expand it and sweep around to the left, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 3 times. Expand that golden light. And now ascend upward. Ascend to the high place. Above the building. Above the continent. Above the earth plane. You reach the high place. You see in front of you a path. Beautiful path. It calls to you. You see that the path is leading up a mountain. You walk into the forest. You're aware of all of the blossoms in the forest. Tiny flowers poking through the ground. The sunlight dabbling through the trees. It is beautiful. As you walk along, you come to a meadow. The path opens, leading you through the meadow. filled with life, teeming with the butterflies, the bluebirds, the finches, dragonflies, and all of the beings supping upon the sweetness of the meadow flowers. The path ascends upward and it begins to return to the forest. The forest has changed. It's mostly pines now, evergreens. It's cool. The floor is covered with pine needles, soft. You can smell the pine. You are walking up the mountain. You come to a clearing. Step into the clearing and you see a shrine. Radiating light. Enter into the shrine. And stop for a moment to meditate in the front. Through your inner eye, you see light at the back of the shrine. And you get up and walk towards the light. There's a pool of light which you enter. All of the old begins to dissolve away as you enter the pool. You look up and see a waterfall of light feeding the pool. And walk to the waterfall, standing beneath the light. Feel the light pouring down upon your crown center. filling every cell of your being, washing the karmas away. Walk forth from the light, filled and vivified anew. Feel a new clothing upon your being as you walk through the pool of light. And walk forth to the front of the shrine where you were meditating earlier. Walk forth from the shrine and return to your high place of meditation. Here you see in the meditative grove those meditators around you. As we send forth our meditative energies and prayers, feel the light radiating from your sun center as we chant for these petitions. For all of those in need of nourishment. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all in need of water. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For those in need of direction, clarity, help in understanding. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For those in need of earth prana, for food, for housing, for clothing, for all needs. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. For all of those in need of teachers, of life guides, of others to help them to see the way in life. May they receive the blessings that they seek. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. From this high place, pour forth the blessings of light upon Mother Gaia herself, that our blessings pour forth and radiate forth to her as gold and light. O ye powers that be, join with us as we send forth our blessings to Mother Gaia. May she be healed and strengthened and vivified as she needs. O most beloved and precious Ishta, pour forth thy blessings. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. For those who are coming and leaving the earth, may their ways be cleared. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, Om. May this Sangha be blessed. May all of those who are joining in this meditation be blessed. May your way be swept clear. At this moment, feel the golden dewdrops of Ananda pouring forth upon you. Ananda, 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 da, da. Dhyanamulam Guru Murti, Pujamulam Guru Padam, Mantramulam Guru Vakyam, Mokshamulam Guru Kripa, Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. And when you are ready, in time, return your attention to the earth, holding the sweetness of the meditation with you. Namaste. As always, I thank you for the blessings of your presence. Thank you for joining with us. Your presence makes a difference. Your meditative energies make a difference. Thank you. Shanti.